Lars is freaking epic. Oh, well, my name's Fox, and I'm Fox, and welcome to Off Colors, the second episode of the Wanted, I guess, quote-unquote, mini-series or event going on right now in Steven Universe, where, it's freaking like a Lars episode, and it's an awesome one. Because, again, like, I know some people don't like Lars, I guess. And honestly, me, myself, I look at Lars, I'm like, okay. Lars is kind of a wuss at some points, and he also, you know, doesn't see where he should be. Kind of like where, like, you know, happiness is right there in front of him, but he never really takes it. And he even says in this episode that he's always scared. And this episode just freaking, like, makes him freaking epic. It's all balls. I love him. Like, again, I like this guy more than I would love. I like this guy way more than Ronaldo. Because Ronaldo just seems like an idiot. But, I can use almost exactly where the last one left off. Steven and Lars land at, like, the bottom part of Homeworld. Or at least, actually, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and assume it's Homeworld. Like, Steven says it's Homeworld, but for all we know, this could be just another planet they conquered. But Steven and Lars land on there, and these little, basically, the giant version of those the giant red eyeball thing from, what is it, the second episode? Comes down to these little small ones, and they're scanning around for Steven and Lars, but they only seem to scan Steven's gem, which also, I kind of actually really, I really like this because, basically these things can only scan beings who have gems on them, and I like kind of how gem technology, like, let's say, the force field and stuff like that, doesn't affect Steven, or at least not completely, or like the tuning force, they don't affect Steven. And in this case, I like how it shows, like, okay, yeah, he has some advantages over gem tech, but then he also has some disadvantages too, like the scanning of a gem. But Steven and Lars land there, these gems are coming towards them, and Lars goes, "Smoove, they stand very still. I heard they can't see you if you don't move." And I'm like, that's a Jurassic Park reference. Of course, the scanner sees Steven, shoots at them, and goes, "Oh wait, I think that was a movie about dinosaurs." But then they're called into like a hole in the ground covered by rock. They jump. They don't know what they should do. Also, wait, before that happens, they run away, and Lars starts saying, "I'm always scared of this." It's like he's saying he's always scared and stuff like that. I'm like, Lars, for the love of God, this is not the dang time. Even though, like, also the guy's voice actor. Lars' voice actor in this, or at least his voice in this, it sounds slightly different. The best way I can say it is it sounds more quote-unquote heroic. It doesn't sound as whiny. It doesn't sound as scared or something like that. It sounds more, again, quote-unquote heroic in this thing, and that really fits the episode. But Lars basically is like, also, I forgot to mention too, like, before I get a little further, Lars says that he's hungry, and Steven and Lars, and like, Steven's like, "Well, if you like rocks, there's rocks everywhere." And Lars goes, "Well, salt is kind of a rock. I guess I could make up some dirt with salt and something like that." And I'm just like, I kind of really like that they kind of are keeping that he's a cook and a chef. That at least rounds him out a lot more, which I kind of like. And also kind of puts like, yeah, they're in a dire situation. That's kind of, at least that's something he knows. So it's kind of like something that kind of like, I guess, calm him down a bit. But they start running. They jump into this hole that this one gem is calling them into. And in there is, what the fuck is this guy's name? Or whatever. The gem's name, Rutile. Rutile, which is a deformed gem where it has regular leg, but then it has two bodies. Both of it, it's a Rutile that's just fused and it's formed like a Y. And Rutile leads them to their home where those who aren't part of society go, and that's where you find a ruby pearl fusion. I think her name is Rutile. No, Rutile was the other one. So I forgot what the other gem was. There, and she acts like a pearl, which I actually kind of really like too. There's that fusion. There's this little fiery sapphire. I don't know. I forgot the name of it, but that actually. I really love it because it's kind of like reverse Alzheimer's almost. It's like, instead of forgetting something, she knows something when it happens. Her future vision is like really borked. It's really jacked up. I just said borked. That's the first time I ever said that. And then there's this giant fusion that's made up of 7 or more gems. It looks like a giant caterpillar. And Lars and they all start talking to each other, saying like how like they're off-brand things, like there's the fusions, the little red sapphire that can't see more than like 3 seconds or 2 seconds in the future, and then so Ruta, who has like the Y shape, and like they all give their little bit of backstory. Ruta saying like she's been on the run basically for her entire life when she first popped out. Which Lars like, oh, that sucks. Well, yeah. And also like they can't love who they want to with being a fusion because bad, and like the one who's like a little off isn't part of it because there's no use for her. But then the little things start coming back in, the eyeballs. They come in and start trying to. Sorry, I have this thing right here. Coolest thing. These things start coming in, start trying to scan for all the gems. They're all hiding, but at one point, when Rutan's about to get scanned, Steven and Lars actually go together, and Lars is freaking out, and Steven goes, "Hey, Lars," puts his hand on his chest, goes, "Lars, it's okay." And Lars goes, "Yeah, it's okay to be scared." He's like, "Oh yeah, it's okay to be scared." He puts his hand on Steven's chest, which eventually I'm guessing they're going to fuse so they can form stars. Which, FYI, Janky Bones, go check out her stars animatic. But, I really love this episode. But, but Ruta's about to scan, so Lars goes, "Oh, no. Runs out there, grabs a rock, throws it, hits the little eyeball thing. The eyeball thing turns around, scans Lars, and of course it doesn't scan anything. And then everyone says, "Lars, it can't see you because you don't have a gem." And I'm just like, I'm thinking like, that's kind of cool, but also like, it's kind of, well, I guess on Homeworld, I guess you just need, I don't know, maybe I hope I'm not poking holes in it too much, but like I'm just like, on Homeworld, like, what, like, I guess they don't really need, I guess you could say these are the smaller, quote-unquote cheaper versions to make, since these ones are just like scanned by gem, because nothing, what else can get onto Homeworld other than gems? So I guess that in a sense it kind of makes sense why it just scans gems, but also it's kind of like you can add like a little camera on there. Also, does that mean the giant red eyeball thing can only scan for, anyways. But that happens, and then the little, when Steven and Lars like, "Oh, that's great." The little sapphire comes and goes, "Lars, great news. You're not jet. The things can't scan you." And of course the little scanner scans her, and Lars like, fuck! Kicks the freaking thing up, or shoots a beam, grabs the little sapphire, jumps out of the way. I'm like, that is the most epic thing Lars has ever done. And then Lars just says, "I think that's the most amazing thing I've ever done." It's freaking awesome. Then starts an actual fight where Lars and Steven are having to fight off like the little ball things, and they're shooting beams everywhere. One of the beams, I don't think it hits Lars, but I think a rock or something hits Lars. I'm sorry, it was kind of quick, and like it was kind of quick, but I believe it was an explosion. Hits, knocks Lars forward. He hits Lars, and all the little things are dead. Steven goes, "Lars, we did it, Lars." Lars puts his head on Lars' chest. Apparently doesn't hear a heartbeat. And Steven starts crying like, "No," and all the gems like, and then you see the teardrop fall on Lars. It lands on him. He starts glowing. He starts turning pink, and his hair starts turning pink. And it's just like, and you see also the scar on it. And also like you see when his hair gets up, you see the scar on his eye. Which also there is another theory, and I'm pretty sure this solidifies that too, that lion was actually a hurt lion, and then Rose healed him, and it made him pink. So Lars might have superpowers now. Lars might have abilities, and also but you see him turn all pink, and you see like the cool scar on his eyes. What happened? Or something like that, and then you see the little sapphire go, "Something amazing is gonna happen to Lars!" And God dang it. I wouldn't be surprised if she's freaking up, if she can't even see the future, she just sees what's going on around her and just like, that's happening! I have future vision. But, yeah, Lars is healed. Lars is healed, and now he might have the same main abilities as Lion does, or some gem abilities. Which also, I'm kind of thinking of a theory now that maybe Steven actually can't fuse with all humans, but for those that he's quote-unquote healed. Like, Connie, he healed and they could fuse and form Stevani. And Lars, I think they're going to be able to fuse now because Lars has been healed by Steven's tears. I think that's maybe how that's going to go down. Not sure. But, this episode was awesome. I loved it. Lars became one of my favorites now. And I definitely want to see where the heck this is going to go. And let's see, like, Lars and Steven fuse to form stars. And see how that's going to go. I wonder if he's going to be... Because him and Amethyst, of course, form kind of pudgy-ish character. And then Stevani and Connie... Or Steven and Connie fused together form, Stevani, which is a lot taller. And since Lars is way taller than both of them, I wonder if he's going to become taller, like be either more buff, or if he's just going to be like a taller fusion to form stars. If they fuse. But in any case, this episode was awesome. I freaking loved it. I'm going to go see if I can find the rest of the episodes right now. Go support the official release. But this was epic. I really, really loved this. I can't wait to see more of Lars and see more like what exactly his healing is going to do. I think maybe the more damaged you are, and not a gem, but more damaged you are, the more the tears affect you in a way. Like Connie, they just healed Connie's eyes, but for Lars, because he was dead, his tears at least healed him completely, but it made him pink and pink hair and everything. In any case, this is awesome. Definitely check out the episode. Check out the series. Check out the little event that's going on with Wanted. Be like, thank you so much for watching. If you're videos I done, links around my face, subscription button down there's around here somewhere. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the videos, and we will see you later. If I stand still, you'll probably still see me. Every punch.